What up, guys? How's it going? It's Sunday chill night. We're here to chill. We're here to work. We're here to relax. We're here to do a lot of things. And not enough time to actually get them done. So, that's okay. We'll figure it out together. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to figure things out. We're down to the last week of the work week. And we're on our way. No, that's funny. All right. Printer's going in the background. I'm double checking some things here. I'll turn on the light here. There we go. All right. Is it done? So next year, the plan is this for next year. And I gotta check out some of these questions. Tomorrow the kids have a test, so it's like, what was the key similarity between which empire expanded significantly into the Indian subcontinent? What caused the decline of the Ottoman Empire in the 19th century? Very good. Indo-Islamic architecture. Okay. Okay, so if I do that, do I have the 3.1? No, I don't. I don't have the entire thing. Okay, so Okay. Put that there. Put that there. And then that's fine right there. Okay. Cool beans. Okay, so where does... I'm not streaming to YouTube? Okay. Okay. I am streaming to YouTube. It says that it's sending data, but for some odd reason it's not saying that it's streaming to YouTube. I hope it is streaming to YouTube. I mean, it's there. Huh. Oh, why is the quality so... That's weird. Well, I'm streaming to YouTube, so I guess that's... So I'll go ahead and exit out of that. I just disturbed my Discord. I just disturbed my Discord. I didn't mean to disturb my Discord. I'm terribly sorry.
Eat my shit.
And something told me I shouldn't have played that on stream, but that's funny. I had a funny feeling that was going to be the case. All right, back to what I was doing. Oh yeah, that's right. I was looking at this. All right. Oh wait, went too far. Oh boy. Commercial Revolution. Oh, this isn't 4 point. Okay, so okay, 3.1 starts on page 207. Okay, commit that to memory. 207. All right, and then ends. Page 181 or 245. So what did I say, chat? 245. All right, 207 to 145 custom. Save as a PDF. 207 to 245. Yes. Yes. Save. 3. Unit 3. Save. Alright, I want to upload desktop. Damn. I can actually export this to a Google Forms. That's great. All right. So just want, let's see. What was a unique culture practice in Tokugawa, Japan? Unique culture practice in Tokugawa, Japan. If I'm not mistaken, it was. Let me double check my. Shintoism? I mean, I guess I could see that. Because, I mean, that's, but it's not unique. It's always been practiced. Here we go, Unit 3. Isolated, practice a unique form of Shintoism. I probably should change that. Alright, let's see what else we got. Which empire was renowned for its wealth in precious stones and metals? That would be the Mughals, yeah. Which empire faced decline due to economic stagnation, internal conflict in the mid-19th century? That would be B, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, damn. What type of theater was popular? Oh, that's easy. Kabuki. Yeah, that's easy. Which empire was influenced by Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism? What number is that? Hey, I was right. Okay, good. Influence from Western nations. B. That's number 15. Yep, I was right. Okay, so this looks pretty solid. This looks pretty solid. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna export this. I'm gonna export this to Google Forms. Export. Open Google Forms, please. Oh wow, it even sets the answers, the correct answers here. Okay, settings. This is a quiz. Okay. Okay. Questions. Okay, first question here, answer key. Okay. last name. Okay, this is required. It's gonna be drop down. Okay. 2A. 3AB. 5A. There's 1B. 2B. 4B. Alright. Yep, okay. Class. Ooh. I hate it when I do that. When you press the class, when you play caps lock and then go down to that. Okay, so I need to add a short answer question. I need to ask a short answer question. So I need to look up Ooh, I like this one. This is a good question. I actually like this. Answer all parts of the question that follows. Okay. Answer all parts of the question. Identify one way in which the Protestant Reformation and the Scientific Revolution were similar. Explain one way in which the Renaissance ideals influenced European states' policies in the period. And then explain one way in which the Renaissance ideals influenced the Protestant Reformation. I like that. That's actually a very solid question. Or I can give them this one. You know what? I'm going to give them this one instead. So I'm going to... Man, I'm going to add a section. Short answer. Okay. Gotta make sure. Make sure that this is done right. Unit 3 test. Let no one think that this commandment entirely forbids the arts being made images of cherubim, category of angel. interpretation, therefore, at which we must arrive. He. Okay, the true worship of God. Okay, so this goes here. Oops. Will also inform the unlettered. What? I was confused there for a second. I was like, I just got locked out of my account for some odd reason. I was like, what? Is it infamed or inflamed? Inflamed. Golly, what the hell, man? Okay, and then the first question. Identify one way in which the passage reflects the response to the Protestant Reformation. They should be able to answer this question, because we kind of went over this in class. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate that. Explain one way in which the passage reflects how the centralization of states impacted the role of religion during the period of 1450. Put that in bold. The one that can get bad sooner is the shrimp tacos. Let's start with that one. Okay. $1450 to 1750. Gold. Okay, so we have 20 questions. Now 23. I always hate doing this. So 23 questions, like 4 points apiece. I have 25 questions. It's like what? Okay, so I gotta get to. One, two. Oh shoot. Okay. That could be the issue. Those are worth. That makes more sense as to what was going on. By default, it was like 1 point when I exported it. Answer key. It's always one of those things because like I know that some of my students do watch the stream, and so like when I do stuff like this, I know they don't come and watch, or if they do, they lurk, but they only lurk when I'm doing games. Sundays is the day that I actually do schoolwork, and I'm actually preparing tests and stuff like that. And if they were smart, they would try to pop in on a Sunday and try to see what we're doing, so they can try to get ahead of the game. But I expect too much from my students. And I'll be the first to admit it. I expect a lot from my students. I expect a lot. Okay, so that means if I start off with 20, 21, 22, 23, so I need 2 more questions. Okay, so I need 2 questions. Mm. I guess I'm gonna have to take a snapshot of this, a snippet, as they say. Snippet. My wife's sending me stuff. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's going to the desktop anyway. So it's like whatever. All right, so I'll put that there. Put that screenshot there. Okay. Question 1. Control V. Song. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. My printer was letting me know that it was out of paper for the last couple of minutes. That's why I was making like random noises. Let's see. Actually kind of in the mood to play this game. The Songhai Empire was like Japan under the Tokugawa shogunate because the Songhai... What? A. Created a strong central government. B. Am I, Oh, there it is. B. Expanded its territory by creating distant colonies. Was ruled by Muslims? That'd be the wrong answer because Japan was not ruled by Muslims. Was the first empire in its region to trade gold exclusively. Yep. Correct answer. Created a strong central government. Okay. And then second question. Oops. Copy that question. The Songhai Empire under Sunni Ali was different from the empire under the Askia the Great because Sunni Ali made a pilgrimage to Mecca? No. Askia used religion to legitimize his control? Yes, that is the correct answer. Sunni Ali made Songhai the largest kingdom in West Africa? You know, you'd probably think that. The Zamindars to collect taxes. Nope, the Mughals use Zamindars. Good way of confusing people. Alright. Now, in terms of this other question here. This is going to be the interesting one because short answer, like grading short answer questions, is probably one of the more difficult ones because there's a good probability that they're going to get it wrong. Okay, then why do short answers? Well, because they have to be able to explain themselves on certain topics as if they understand them. If they don't, then, you know, personally, I have failed as a teacher if they are not able to answer some of these questions. So identify one way in which the passage reflects a response to the Protestant Reformation during the period. And you see, and that's always the tricky spot. The tricky spot is always trying to making sure answer key. Okay, there we go. Second one. Explain one way in which the past reflects how centralization of states and answer feedback. Okay, and answer feedback. All right. Okay, so we have our test. Close the current tab. Close that tab. All right. So now, all right. So I guess I'll go ahead and print a copy of the test. Can I get, is there like a printer friendly version of this? "14 sheets of paper. You're bonkers." You're absolutely bonkers if it's going to be 14 pieces of paper. Down in desperation. I'm sorry, guys. Put in one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite teachers. Was that Mr. Wimpy? Mr. Wimpy said it best when it came to tests. You can look up for inspiration. You can look down in desperation. But you cannot look to the sides for information. He was always a good guy like that. He served in World War II. He was a tech sergeant. He was there after Normandy, and then he was there for Market Garden, And then when they crossed the Rhine into Berlin, he shook hands with a bunch of Soviets. Great man. He adopted two girls. Him and his wife adopted two girls from Romania. Saved them from the communist regime in that area, in that region. And overall solid, upstanding, upstanding gentleman. One of the best teachers I've ever had. All right. All right, so I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. I'm gonna use I'm gonna move that over into that region. I'm gonna exit out of here. Okay, so AP lessons, Unit 3, Land-Based Empires, Unit 3 with the SAQ. Okay, so I can close out of that tab, close out of that tab, close out of that tab. I'll keep this tab open, because I still gotta do some work. But I'll wait for it like after. Don't need this. This I need to go look for, but I'm not gonna spend $1. I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna use that. I can. Yeah, I'm gonna exit out of that. Exit out of that. I'm gonna look for something similar. 4.2 Voyage of Discovery. My question is, like, I have a lot of notes that I need to do for this one. Let's see. No. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. Like, that's going to be an easy fix, so I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to that. I'm going to delete this. What is this? Oh, that's the entirety. Close current tab. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. Okay, and then, all right, let me check the printer here real quick. Unit 4 is absolutely crazy. Okay. That's 4.1. That's 4.2. Oh, shoot. I didn't set it to front and back when I should have. I wasted so much paper. Here. 4.3, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Does it print 91 again? 91. Hold on. Why did it do it twice? That's weird. Okay, wow. Okay, so let me double check here. How many units does 4.1 have? 8. Okay, 4.1. 4.2. 4.3. 4.4. 4.5. 4.6. 4.7. 4.8. Okay. I'm gonna have to create like individual folders for these units. I'm like the worst person to be organized. And I try really hard to be as organized as possible. But I actually put effort into trying to be organized. But for some odd reason, it just doesn't always work out for me. Damn it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave schoolwork behind for a little bit. Well, for the remainder of the stream, we're gonna let go of schoolwork, and we're gonna move on and do some D&D stuff. So there's a couple of things that I need to get up here. I'm missing some things though, and I'm wondering where they went. Did I throw it away? Huh. Oh no, it's I know where it's at. I know where it's at. It's over here in assets. Okay, quick map. No. Excuse me. And okay, so that's weird. Why is it not? Well, maybe now it'll show up. All right, so what I've needed to do, okay, is kind of, well, let me switch over to streaming so you can see what I'm trying to do. Streaming. All right, so Here is the map that I'm going to be using. I haven't updated the map. Oh shit! Would you? Okay. So here's the map of the region that I'm going to be working with, right? And so I need to create somewhat of a local map. Probably between here, the major city. Okay. Close. I'm gonna file new map. It is gonna be an overland map. Okay. Close. That's a little too complicated for me right now. Decide settings myself. Okay. This map style, I didn't really care for it. I didn't like it, so we're gonna try something else here. I kind of like that design. Those are Napoleonic battles, mythic maps, modern political. I wanted to be a map that, like, everyday people would probably have. This one probably is pretty close to it, I think. I think this is pretty close to the design as to what I'm looking for. Was it Fantasy Realms? Yeah, Fantasy Realms. By the looks of it. Hit next. Okay. It's gonna be a very small area, but I'm trying to remember, like, what would be the dimensions of, like, a small regional map, you know? What would be those dimensions? No. Okay, hold on. Well, okay, one of the more common questions from CC3 Plus users is about how to extract a region from a large-scale map and develop this region as more detailed local map. The basics for doing this is already explained in the user manual that comes with the CD. But for this article, I'm going to go a bit more in detail and explain the various tools and processes involved in doing this. Well, I'm not going to read the manual. What kind of person do you think I am? The kind that reads this kinds of stuff? Just tell me. The basic principles behind the operation is to create a new map of the desired size, then copy over the entities from the existing map, trim down these entities to fit the new map size, and finally add additional details. The main tools you'll need for doing this is the clipboard copy, trace, break, and split, as well as some minor node editing. Let's get started. For this article, I'll be using an example map from the user manual. You'll find this map in Tutorials, User Manual Example. Remember that the @ sign refers to your CC+3 data directory. My goal here is to take the marked rectangular area into the local map of the region, then marked area here The marked area here is 30 by 20 miles. Note, all images in the tutorial clickable. If you're new to this, I also highly recommend loading up the tutorial map. I use it to try to follow along. There's a video accompanying this article. Step 1, starting the local map. First of all, we need to start a new map to hold your zoomed in version for this step. I recommend opening up 2 instances of CC. Okay, can I close? All right. So I have 2 instances of CCC3 now. All right, done. I'm going to cancel this part. In the first instance, we load our existing map, and in the second instance, we need to start a new map. As I explained above, the marked area on my map is 30 by 20 miles, which means that I should start a new map of this exact size. For this tutorial, we'll also start a new map in the same map style. Mike Shelley Overland. Okay, so we'll start it in the same style. Okay, so file, new, Overland maps. Next. Okay. You can use the start. You can use a different map style too, but this adds a few extra steps, so we'll stick to the same style for now. The proper background is for the new map depends on the area you're going to detail. If your area contains a coastline, like in my example, you should use a sea background. But if you're going to be completely inland, use a land background. The choice is important because the background won't follow along when you copy entities. So if I'm going to use, let's see, I guess technically so it'd be like that region right there. More or less. So I guess a little bit of the background. No, let's keep it a land-based background. Okay. Now we need to copy all relevant entities from the old map to the new one. We do this by copying them we do this. Select copy from the edit menu. Edit. Get rid of this. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go into the edit, copy. Okay, and then selection window is okay. Wait. This adds a few. It seems to like mine. Okay, interesting. Well, let's try to see if we can replicate what we have here. All right, let's see if we can replicate this. All right. So 30 by 20. So I'm assuming get that back. Let's make it. We'll do double. We'll do like 40 by 60 or 60 by 40, just in case. All right. Then hit next. Hit next. Okay, finish. Save. Okay. Now it says if you're okay, there's also a video accompanying the article showing me perform the steps as described. Note that the video is not intended as a standalone video tutorial, but rather as a visual aid to help you see how things are supposed to work. You do not need to watch the video to take full advantage of this article. It's completely optional. First of all, we need to start a new map. As I explained above, marked area. Yeah, but how did you measure that area? Tools. Like, I mean, I could probably draw it by hand. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Okay, cancel. All right, let's go to the video. Let's go watch the video. Okay. Hmm. 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 Okay. Now let's see if we can do that first part first. All right. Wow. All right. So this was the whole thing. Edit, copy. Do it. Okay. Now this one. Edit. So we have this one. Edit. Paste. is it not doing that? Do it. That's so weird. Okay, well, I was hoping that I could probably do that. I probably just need to spend some more time doing it. So what I'll do is I hit new. Not gonna worry about saving. Overland map. Which one was it? Wasn't Mythic map? I think it was somewhere at the top, right? That one. Okay. Annual Fantasy Realms. Hit next. We'll do 60 by 40. We'll keep it as such. Yeah, that's fine. Grid spacing. See, I actually wanted to make this into let me see. Okay, so grid spacing should be horizontal. Yeah, had to think about it for a second. Apply, and then hit finish. Save. Yes. Where's the grid at? Right there. Draw corners, draw midpoints. Okay, so wow, maybe that's too big. I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. Land. No, don't snap. I mean, if you think about it, it does kind of make sense because if each hex is 1 mile, so maybe I should have, maybe I need to rework this. Maybe this is too much. Maybe this is too much. Yeah, this is going to be too much. So, at least for the first map. So we'll do a new map. Overland map. We'll keep it as is. We'll keep it 20 miles should be fine. By 20 miles. Okay. Bastion. Hit next. Grid overlay. Horizontal. Apply. Next. Finish. Save. Okay. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. So we'll hit default land. No. Ah. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Let's turn that into a 5. Alright, so then move this over. see. Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna. That's interesting. Huh. Oh shit. Guys, if you're in YouTube and YouTube chat is not loading on my stream thing here. If you've been sitting in there, I am terribly sorry. Someone just messaged me on Discord right now. Let me open up chat. I am terribly sorry, guys. Holy shit, I am really, really sorry. Holy crap, I had 17 views. 17 views and 2 people in chat right now. Holy crap, I am so sorry, guys. I apologize to everyone in chat right now. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I am terribly sorry. Yeah, this software Restream, it doesn't like it's weird because sometimes it works for YouTube, but then there are times that it doesn't. And so this is an issue right here with them. So I'm terribly sorry, guys. I really am. And since so I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm just messing around with these new. I don't. That's so weird. I don't like that. Like that literally needs to be scaled down. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay. Let me experiment with this really quick, Boxy, and then we'll go ahead and get ourselves situated. Can I actually scale this down? No. Okay, scale. It still looks horrible. That still doesn't look good. File. All right. Well, I'm just gonna have to hit no. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll just stick to the original version. Like, I haven't really messed with all of those different styles. Like, this is fine. This is fine. But I'm just gonna. I need to figure out how to make those regional stuff. And I thought every map have their own particular symbols, and I think some do. They just don't. Like, rivers and roads just don't transfer over well in those other types, which is really weird. Let me see. What was the name of that? No. What was the name of that map? Close. Because like this one, I think this one you can see stuff, but here it is, Fantasy Realm. See, look at that. They must have done something to like the scaling. I'm gonna have to mess with it though. I don't know what it could have been. All right. All right, Boxy. Give me a moment. Boxy, have you installed the have you installed the demo version of Fantasy Grounds? That's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need the demo version of Fantasy Grounds. If you haven't done that, you need to do that. Okay, why don't you go ahead and do that first before you can, because you need the demo version before you can actually get into the virtual tabletop. There's a link that I can find it for. It's gonna be, if you're in the Discord, if you look at the TTRPG chat, if you scroll up, you'll see that there is a link for the Fantasy Grounds in the Steam page. That's you can download the demo version there. So if you're here, scroll up there, and I have posted it. Probably should make this like a pin message. Pin this message. Oh yeah, pin it. Makes sense to do that. Alright, so in the meantime, while that's going on, we'll go back to, I'll decide the settings myself. We'll go back to the Overland standard. Download is complete. Cool. So you're gonna need to install it. You're gonna need to install it and let it update. The updates, I don't know how long the updates will take. They don't take too long if you have a decent internet. And then I'm gonna put something in the Discord chat. So let's see. You're gonna be looking for this game, okay? It's gonna have my name attached to it, okay? So you're gonna look for it. I put it into the Discord, and you should be able to get in. Oh wait, no, you're gonna need the password too. Just to make sure that, you know, we don't have any trolls in the game whatsoever. Edit this, edit message. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna hit. This is the standard, and we're gonna do 20 miles by 20 miles. Oh my god. I hate it when I do that. Grid overlay. Grid spacing 1. It's going to be hex grid. I don't know why I like hex grids in terms of like, I guess maybe that's part of like the old school vibe. Old school maps had hexes on them instead of squares. A lot of people dig the hexes. I don't know why. Hit apply, and then hit next, hit finish, and then we'll do this, save. Yes. Okay, that looks better. All right, so I'm gonna do this. There we go. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas, chat. I'm gonna change this. I think I had it at 0.08. I think that's actually pretty solid. Okay, now what really matters is what's going to happen when I do this. If I do the images. Okay, so it's close. It's not, I mean, it's not like super close, but oh, that's better. That looks way better, actually. And then close enough. Let's see. Is it going to get rid of that? Yes, it is. Okay, good. All right. And so let's move up some terrain here. What color did I use for that region? Just a little bit of brown here. There we go. And then let's see. I'm gonna put down some forests here. Okay, that looks good. Checking Discord. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna add I thought I had one for Alright, so let me put down some roads here. That looks good. Alright, let's put down some trees. Alright. There we go. Okay. Now we just need a few little spots here and there, and we'll be good to go. Alright. Now, before I go though, let me see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn these off for just a bit. Alrighty. Let's see. 1. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so okay. Awesome possum. Now, there was a button. I found the button. Okay. Thank you. Trying to see. I'm looking for a symbol. I guess it would have to. I guess it's gonna have to be like one of these, or I can use one of these, but I don't know which one that I would want to use. You know what? I could use a tower. That's what I can do. I can use a tower. This one right here. Ooh. That might be better. Actually, no. We'll use this. We're going to use this instead. So what these are going to be, chat, because this is a map that's going to be given to the players. This is kind of like, since they're going to be part of the Gendarmes, which is a special organization, this is going to be like their jurisdiction. So this is the map of the region that the Gendarmes are completely in control of. And so they'll have locations of like specific spots on the map that the Gendarmes have, you know, either set up themselves or generally they kind of have an idea of where it's located. So so if they lose the map, they essentially just lost all this information. We'll do 3. So what these little towers are going to be, these little towers are actually gendarme checkpoints that have been set up. And or outposts in some way, but generally if they're on the road, they're checkpoints. And if they're set up on the outskirts off the roads, then those are going to be I guess I can use this one, this particular tower for outpost here. This is going to serve 2 functions on this one. Now, here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about So the reason why a lot of people like the squares on travel maps is because travel maps are easy to kind of like read and compared to like squares, because essentially one hex is 1 mile, okay? But if you travel diagonally across a hex, that counts as 2 miles. Or if you travel diagonally from one hex to the next, it's like 2 miles. It was really easier to measure compared to like squares. So I've always kind of like favored hexes in terms of like overland maps. If I'm going to do like a small map, like a dungeon or something like that, it's going to be it'll be squares. But just traveling overland is way easier to do over hexes. Yeah. Then let me go minor road. Well, it's really not even a road. It'd probably be more like a path than anything. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, a lot of the old school, like D&D First Edition, D&D Second Edition, D&D Advanced, and 3.0 would use hexes instead of squares. They didn't start using squares till like much later. Like probably like the mid 90s. And then this can be connected by, ooh, no, get that out of there. So we'll make this into a there you go. Okay. And then let's see. Now we're gonna add a few more places here. What is that? Default C? I don't want to add a default C. C dark, C light, C medium. No. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. Joining the server? Awesome. All right, I'll be jumping in. I'll be jumping into the Discord server in a second. All right. I'm gonna put a pause on this chat. I'm gonna hit file, save. All right. All right, I'm gonna. Where are you? So I'm gonna put a pause here. Hello, hello. All right, Boxy, let me know. Let me know when you're here. And in the meantime, I will go ahead and start explaining the the thing here. All right. All right, guys. So this is my this is going to be a, how can I put this? I'm trying to think of I'm having a brain fart here. This is a setting that I have been working on for quite a very long time. Work has been draining the creative juices out of me, and so I have very little time to actually do anything. But now that I've kind of like caught up and I've done quite a few things in terms of trying to make sure that I understand my new job and where I'm at now, I have a better understanding, so I've been able to work on things. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I play Dungeons and Dragons. I have been playing Dungeons and Dragons since a long time. All right, before it was mainstream, before it was cool to be a nerd. But anyways, the setting that I've been working on is somewhat of it's a low fantasy, which means that magic is rare, and it's only rare in a select few of people. And if you have the ability to have magic, you're a very special person. So expect, because here's the thing with my setting. So because it's low fantasy, I went ahead and started working around sort of a historical setting. And the map that I was working on, if you're familiar with geography and you're not familiar with geography, it looks like the country of Spain. Well, that's because this takes place in sort of like an alternate universe, in terms of our world, where magic exists, but magic is also done by it's done more by religion than anything else. So wizards are very rare. Warlocks are extremely rare. Sorcerers, which do happen, because they're born with the natural ability of magic, those are also rare. Clerics and paladins and things like that, they rely on their deities than anything else. And it's taken quite a bit to build up this world, because there are parallels that I've tried really hard not to meet, but there are some parallels that I cannot help but have. All right. So, if you think it's kind of corny, that's fine. I think it's kind of corny too as I'm writing it, but I love my corniness and I like my setting the way it is. There might be changes that come up with it, things that maybe I'll retcon in the future or something like that. I haven't quite decided. So really quick, our players are going to be a group of individuals whose background varies, but generally they're all pretty much the same. They're down on their luck. The Castilian Empire, is not doing so great. Its overseas colonies are not producing well enough as they should since they've been established, and there are plenty of problems with piracy and other nations and other empires that are pretty much picking away at the empire itself. On top of that, there is a growing unrest in the southern region of the country, of the empire itself, on the mainland continent. And there is a small minority group that used to be the majority that wants to regain its former glory. And so that's another issue that the empire has to deal with. On top of that, there are growing concerns. It isn't showing the server on the select server thing. So you might have to search by the search by GM name. There's a button there that says search by GM or DM. I forgot what they put up there, and then put by name in it. And then the password and everything else like that is going to be in the Discord. So there's growing talks about a certain republic that is starting to gain supremacy over a majority of the centralized part of the continent. You can probably guess who that might be. And there is a individual who is claiming himself to be emperor, and he is causing a lot of problems for individuals. The Castilian Empire wants to stay out of it as much as possible because they're dealing with their own crap. They have a useless, or a soon-to-be useless king or emperor on the throne. He doesn't show any interest. Still nothing? Okay, let me see. Oh, you found it? Okay, good. So the idea is that we're going to be following our players who join the gendarmes, or the gendarmerie. If you're not familiar with that term, gendarmes or the gendarmerie were very much a rural police in a lot of different countries. They're kind of paramilitary in some instances, but they're also military in other places. But generally, I'm going to be focusing this on more of a paramilitary kind of thing. The gendarmes will play a bigger role in the setting, but right now, what I want my players to really do is to really get a handle of Fantasy Grounds and also D&D in general, because I know for some it's their first time playing. So I'm not going to focus too much on the big picture, but there will be things that will be happening in the background as the players are playing. And they will kind of be gently thrusted into what's going on. And how will this play out for them and for the world? Who knows? But there are greater things at stake as usual, and so we'll see how this. It says you're connecting, and it says you're connected. All right, and as soon as let's see. Oh, there you are, Boxy. There you are. All right, Boxy. If you go to the for you, you'll see that there's where it says player, and there's a down drop for characters. You're going to click on that, and you're going to claim your character. And your character is going to have Boxy on there. I know uppercase X. I think that's more my fault than anything. I hate it when I capitalize randomly like that. If you go to
the Yeah.
let's see. Let me jump into the Discord call here. Okay. Hey, Boxy.
Hello.
All right. So this is what you're going to do. You are going to claim the character. Okay, good.
Okay.
You're a blue dragon. I forgot to get a picture for your guy.
Oh yeah.
How's it going today?
Good.
Let's see. I could probably find him. Ooh. Those are ugly pictures. I don't like those.
Yeah.
I can find something better. Let's see. These are all hideous. Okay, except for that one. That one's actually pretty legit. That's actually pretty legit. I'm gonna take this one and
Hey, Jason.
hey, what's going on,
Man,
bud?
I'd love to join, but I got an exam. See,
Hey.
the only problem with us doing the D&D right now is it's November
I know.
and December.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just a session 0. It's just getting familiar with Fantasy Grounds, and
Yeah.
and that's it. You know.
Okay, yeah, no, this is my exam times.
It's all good, brother.
But I'm making soup right now.
Ooh, have fun making soup.
I will. Are you doing a video on it? I don't know.
I am doing a live stream on it right now, actually.
Okay, I'll probably watch that after. See how you do this.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just gonna let you know I probably won't make it.
Come on. Alrighty.
All right, Jason. Oh,
right.
hi, Boxy. And bye.
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 Let's see. Where's that folder at? Let me see. Oh, here it is. That's why. Folder. Drop it. Alright, then I'm gonna pick this up. Pick this up. token flat. There you go. Campaign. Portraits. Images. There you go. Campaign. And refresh. There we go. Boom. I'll turn that into a proper token later.
Okay.
Alright, Boxy. So, this is your character sheet. Alright.
Ooh.
This is going to be your character sheet. And this is what, basically, this is what you're going to be looking at most of the time anyway. So, there we go. All right, so this is what you're going to be looking at most of the time between skills. So your skills tab is what you're going to be looking at. So if you actually want to like roll a skill set, you're going to go over to where it's at. You're going to hover over total till you see a hand that pops up.
Oh.
Okay, and then you're going to hold it down and drag when you see a dice.
Ah, yes, I see dices.
All right. So then you're just gonna have to roll it in the chat box over here.
Okay.
Off to the left. So you go ahead and try that out. There you go. Good. So whenever I call for a skill check, so let's say there's something that needs to be done in some fashion, or you want to try and do something, I will tell you, okay, this is the associated skill that you need to do with this. Okay. Now, generally, what I'll do with my players, let's say it's something dramatic. Okay. Let's say it's something dramatic, and if you feel as the player that a particular skill, the skill that I say, doesn't apply, or you can apply. Or you can apply one of your stronger skills to it, and you can make a case for it, I'll let you roll it. As long as you can prove it to me. Okay? But generally, that's how it's gonna work. Now, the other thing is too, there might be instances where you will be at a disadvantage. Okay?
Ooh.
So if you look at the bottom left, you'll see that there's like +2, +5, -5, -2, ADV, and DIS. Okay. ADV is advantage. So click on advantage.
Okay.
And then
I clicked on advantage.
okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your skill set totals, and you're going to roll the dice.
All right.
All right. So what that does, if you have an advantage on a roll, you are going to roll 2 d20s, and we take the higher of the two. Okay.
Okay.
And with disadvantage, it's the opposite. So we take the least of the two. Okay. In terms of abilities, these are things that you're going to have to be. So if you go to your abilities tab, generally these are things that you, as a player, you need to be familiar with. So for instance, like your bonus proficiencies, if you click the square next to bonus proficiencies, it's going to open up a link, and it's going to let you know what exactly those bonus proficiencies are. And anything else that comes up. Okay. So like I said, so as the player, you should be at least a little bit familiar with your character, who your character is, in terms of, like, you know, and kind of have an idea of how, like, your character has, like, the personality that your character might have. All right. Because if you're gonna role play, I don't force my players to role play, but it's encouraged, because you never know in terms of like I might reward you for good role play. So it's just one of those things. And it's a role playing game, so you know it's fun. Your inventory. Okay, so your inventory is pretty interesting here. Okay, so the way it's set up. Currently, right now, let me actually add. Got 25 copper pieces here. Okay, so there is a weight for items and stuff like that. Okay, so if you yourself wanted to add an item, you see that plus button up there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that plus button is going to add an item to your inventory. Okay. Now, generally, I'm trying to see. It's been a while since I've been on the player side, so I couldn't tell you. But if I'm not mistaken, on the player side, you should be able to see a bottom tab that says character, or not character. Sorry, where it says campaign. It's going to be on the right hand side of your screen. It's going to be a sort of like a menu.
Sort of a menu. Main skills, abilities, inventory, notes.
Oh no, it's not going to be on the character sheet. Sorry.
Oh.
It's going to be on the far right, I guess.
Oh, now I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see where it says? Do you see where it says items?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you click on that, it's going to bring up the items list, and you'll have access to everything that's in the player's handbook and whatever books I allow. Okay, so like if you're looking for a particular item or a particular weapon, you know, you can go ahead and search for it. It's pretty self-explanatory in the sense that you can kind of like, if you go to the grouping tabs at the top, you'll see like player's handbook, Xanthar's guide to everything for the players. You know, there's also a item forging thing here, so you know you'll have that ability to make stuff if you need to. All right, now the other thing is to back on your character sheet in terms of inventory. So you have a different set of settings. So you have carried, equipped, and then just not equipped. Okay. I'm not going to be too heavy on the rules because generally, if you're resting, you shouldn't have your armor on. For the most part, so you can actually get a full night's complete rest. Generally, that's how the rules go. But I'm going to play it kind of loose with that in the beginning. But I'll let y'all know when I'll start taking the rules a little bit seriously. In that instance, so you won't have to worry about that. And that has both and you, the player, gets to decide whether you want to sleep with your armor on or you want to sleep with your armor off. All right. Obviously, sleeping with your armor off, you'll be more comfortable. You'll get a full night's rest, which will recharge your spells. If you sleep with your armor on, there's a possibility you will not get a good night's rest, and you will not get your magic back. So it depends entirely on you. And the party does have the ability to take a short rest and a long rest. Yeah, they're just babies. That's right. I'm not going to be mean to them. I'm not going to do that to them. So I'm going to take it very easy. You know, it's going to be a while before I actually do that. The same thing with encumbrance. I'm not going to worry too much about encumbrance unless it's something dramatic. Like, for instance, like let's say you and the party managed to get yourselves into a cave, okay? And inside the cave, there was a massive troll. You and the party kill the troll, and you find out that the troll had a huge hoard of treasure, okay? Ooh. It's going to be impossible for you to carry all of the treasure back, okay? So I will not allow you to take everything, but you'll be able to take what you can carry. Or let's say because you killed the troll, that woke up, I don't know, some type of creature in the depths of the cave. So you need to snatch and grab.
Snatch and grab. Don't pay attention. Just get it out of there.
Exactly, and then you run for your life.
Yeah.
So it's something like that. And I'll let you know whatever it is you grabbed and stuff like that. And also, if you move on to the next tab, which is your notes, okay. This is where you can add your gender, your age, your height, your weight, your size, your alignment, deity, and stuff like that. Personal traits, ideals, bonds, flaws, appearance, and notes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, your background you chose as the gladiator.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go to the far right of your screen, off to the menu side, you'll see a tab that says backgrounds. It's in the same area where you saw items.
Oh.
If you look down, there's a tab that says character, and then underneath character, there should be something that says backgrounds.
Oh, yep. Found it.
Okay, cool. So you can add certain things from the gladiator, if you so choose to.
Okay.
All right. It kind of just fleshes out your character a little bit more. So like for instance, if you wanted to excuse me, if you wanted to have a personality trait, all right, and you rolled off of that table, let's see, you rolled a 6. So a 6 says I get bitter if I'm not the center of attention. Okay. So that's generally what your personality will be like. All right.
Oh.
Now you can choose to do that. It's up to you. Or if you have your own idea of what your character's is going to be, you're more than welcome to do that. It just adds a little bit more flavor to your character. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Then you have a log, a personal log, where you can add notes and certain like bits and pieces of information that you gather from the adventure itself. So maybe like, I don't know, you find a map that has a couple of riddles on there, and you decide that, okay, I'm gonna just add them to the notes so I can make sure that I have them, so I can try to figure them out. You can take notes and you can add them on there to your note section. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have your actions table or your actions tab.
Okay.
So between your main tab, your skills tab, and actions is where you're going to be also at the most. So this is going to be riddle me this, Batman. So this is where you're going to see a lot of action, because this is where your spells are located. This is where your melee attacks are located. Things of that nature. Okay. Generally, it is. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So that's automatically rolls it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Standard preparation. So generally, you the player need to be aware of the spells that you have prepared. So as a cleric, okay, as a cleric, you have only a certain number of spells that you can have ready every 24 hours. Okay. Lucky for you, you do have a couple of level 1 spells that you can also have. You're granted two spells every 2 level 1 spells every 24 hours. But that's also not including the spells you get from being a particular domain. Okay, or yeah, domain. So generally, are you in the actions tab right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So down there at the bottom, do you see where it says mode?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you click on like if it cycles through the menu, so there's combat, standard, and preparation. Preparation is just going to be a way for you to know what spells you're preparing and what spells, and lets me know also what spells you have prepared within a 24-hour period. So let's say you use those spells, you go to sleep, you can choose the next day what two spells you want to have ready. You can either use the same ones or you can get ready two other ones. All right, it's entirely up to you. Your cantrips are spells that you can use over and over and over. It just doesn't matter. And then you have your blue, your breath weapon, and then your your standard weapons like your mace and stuff like that. You do have a dagger. Daggers can be thrown. Just make sure that you pick up your dagger after combat, or you try to collect it. If not, you try to pull for your dagger and you threw it, I'm going to remind you, like, hey, did you pick it up when you left? And if you didn't, you can't use your dagger.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so just make sure you're paying attention with your ammo. And the same thing goes for like guys who use bows and arrows and stuff like that. It's going to be the kind of like in the same block. Okay, so let's do some things here. All right, I'm gonna pull up. Let's see the party sheet. Let's see. All right, so for a fact. Okay, I know Boxy, you're gonna be in the campaign. I know E-Tips is also going to be in the campaign. Prince is also going to be in the campaign. Kona couldn't make it, but Kona is also going to be in the campaign. Who is Lynn? Oh, he was going to also be in the campaign. I was going to have there was going to be like 6 people total. And Lars. Okay, cool. This was going to be everybody in the campaign, so the other people are not here. I'm trying to see. Okay, let's have a little bit of practice here. I'm gonna pull up my encounters. Let's see. What do you feel like fighting?
That's a good question. Just throw anything at me.
I don't want to throw everything at you. My goodness, man.
Well, anything. Not everything.
Okay, so let's see. Use combat tracker. Let's see. Where are you? Okay. Oh, I need to drop the asset in here. All right. So you should have your character sheet open, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to roll initiative. So if you open your character sheet,
Okay.
okay. If you roll your character sheet, you will see a button that says initiative. I'm trying to see where is it exactly. If it's on the main page, it's been a while. It's going to say INIT. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's on the main page. It's in between AC and speed. Do you see it on the main page?
Oh, yep, I see it.
Okay, so you don't have any bonuses to your initiative. That's okay. As you level up, you'll have an opportunity to change that. So you're going to drag and drop like you do anything and throw it into the chat.
Okay, like a dice?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, you rolled an 18. So what initiative does, initiative sets the turn on who goes first in combat. Okay. Let me see. Zoom to fit. Let me see. Where is that button at? Okay, there is okay, there it is. If you go to the top right, on the menu section, okay, off of your character sheet, do you see something that says combat tracker?
Yep, found it.
Okay, click the combat tracker.
Okay, did that.
Okay, so the combat tracker lets you know exactly whose turn it is. All right. And let me see. They're all hostile.
Oh sh. Yeah. Ah.
Okay. All right.
There's about at best like 10 zombies right here.
That is correct. All right. You said throw anything at you, so this is what I did.
That is true. I did say that.
Okay. So it is. So you have the attack here. Okay.
All right.
So you can click. Let's see. Where is your character at? How come your character wasn't dropped in? It should have been dropped in. Oh well, I'll drop you in. There you go. Okay. Now, your character sheet tells you exactly everything about you. So, like for instance, you see your AC. What's your AC at?
My AC is at 13.
Okay. So, what that means is that in order for any creature to do damage to you, it has to roll that.
Ooh.
Okay. And it can vary on different types of things. So like if I'm using my strength, if I have like very weak strength, like I don't get, let's say I have like a -2 to the roll or whatever, you know, I have to roll a 13 or higher in order for me to hit you. Okay. Every monster, every character, NPC, everyone has a particular AC. That's your armor class. Now your armor class can change if you decide to get different types of armor. All right. That also goes with magic. If magic applies to you, or whatever the case is. Okay. Um, Now the other thing is too. There's also this. You see where it says your speed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a speed of 30 feet. Okay, so that means on your turn, you can move 30 feet on the map. Each square
Ooh.
is 5 feet. Okay, unless otherwise dictated. But generally, every square is 5 feet. So you can move 5 feet in any direction, except if you move diagonal. If you move diagonal, that's 10 feet. All right. So you'll sacrifice 10 feet if you move. So, like, technically, if you wanted to move diagonal in this sense, like, so that'd be 10, that'd be 20, that'd be 30. So you'd be on this square right here. All right.
Okay.
Or if you wanted to move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Okay. Now this is just an open grass field. There's no disadvantages or advantages. They're all just pretty much there. Okay. So, let's see. And yeah, I think okay. So, for instance, why don't you go ahead and move your character?
Whoa. I'm moving.
Okay. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and move to Zombie 4, like right in front of Zombie 4, which is the first zombie directly in front of you.
Okay, with the common knowledge, okay, I can only move Bertie steps, and it's like diagonal from me. So,
Mhm.
I would like to go as far as I can going diagonal.
Okay. Well, because this is a session 0 and we don't have to worry too much about rules, I'm going to move you right here. Okay?
Okay.
Now, do you see the square, the highlighted square? Like if you hover over your token, do you see like the shadowy area?
The shadowy area.
Like if you hover over your token, you should be able to see it. If not,
What? What? Okay.
maybe that's just the GM thing. Maybe that's just for me to see. Which is fine. Excuse me. So this is how it works. Because you're a melee character, you have to get up close and personal with the
Ooh.
with the bad guys. Okay.
All right.
So this is what you're going to do. So you go over to the combat tracker. Okay.
Okay.
You see that there's a bunch of different symbols next to that green face of yours, next to your face.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna click on the one that says target. Okay. Then there's gonna be a drop down. So you see where that crosshairs is?
Crosshairs is.
And it says
So
drag.
it's right next. So it's right next to the green face.
Yes, sir.
I see effects in like something called wounds. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna need some visuals.
Okay.
Oh.
Then
Oh.
did you find it?
Okay. So yours has that, while mine has like.
Let me see. Share with me on Discord because, like I said, it's been a while since I've done.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay. Share your screen. Fantasy Grounds.
Okay, let's see.
All right. Boom. So.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. Let's see. Where is that button? Where is that button? Let's see. Where are you? How? Okay, where? There needs to be a button. Oh, that was cool. Okay. Okay, go to let me see. It's not gonna be the combat tracker. Yeah, it's not gonna be dice. Go to library for me. Click on
Okay.
library. No, go to player. That one right there. Okay. Go to campaign. Hit encounter.
Okay.
Oh, nothing pops up. Where are you? Is it world then? Let me see. Is it world? Alright, why isn't... Let me see what's going on here. Why is it not showing up? Okay, so if I click on images... Okay. Let me see. Okay, go to... Okay, do me a favor, go to images for me.
Okay, which is...
Go back, yeah, go back to images.
Oh, found it.
Okay, do you see where it says
Oh.
quick map?
Yeah.
Awesome. There we
Boom, found
go. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so this is generally where the battle map is going to be. Okay. You can zoom in and take a closer look. Like if you use the mouse wheel, you'll be able to do that. You should at least be able to. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried there for a second. I was like, I know I wasn't doing it. Like, see you later, V. Good night. Okay. So there should be a button that says zoom to fit.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you
Yeah, I
can,
found it. Zoom to fit.
yeah.
I'll just, use the mouse wheel to, zoom in.
And then, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
wow.
now you can move around. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So I'm going to have you next to this zombie here. Okay, so you should be able to see that zombie, right? Okay, do you see where it says target mode at the top?
Let me see. There's ping modes. Oh, found it. Found target mode.
Okay.
I've enabled that.
Yep, and then you're going to target the zombie that is next to you.
Alright, I pressed on zombie 4.
Okay, so now you are targeted to zombie 4. So now if you go to your character sheet, okay, if you go to your character sheet, go
Yeah.
to go to actions.
Okay.
Okay, click on an action that you want to do. Okay, whether that be using your mace, using your dagger.
I'll use my mace.
Okay, so you go to actions, and you see the dice roll next to it. Or you see where it says the number 4 next to it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so hold it, click just like you would a skill check, and toss it
Right,
in.
and-
Toss in. There you go. All right, so you
12.
rolled. So you rolled a 12. All right, so you rolled an 8, but you get +4 because of your abilities. All right, so you rolled a 12. So that actually hits the zombie. Okay,
Mm.
so now you get to roll damage. So you go back to your character sheet, grab where it says 1d6 + 2.
Okay.
And roll the dice. Oh, well, make sure that you roll the dice in the chat. Sorry.
All right. This is for the mace.
Hey, you rolled a 5. All right, so you, +2, you did 7 points of bludgeoning damage to the zombie, and
He's wounded.
All right, so that's gonna be your turn. Okay.
Ooh, now it's his turn.
All right, so now we move on to the next person, which is another zombie.
Oh.
Okay, and he's gonna shamble his way. Let's see. What's his speed? 20 feet. He can only shamble 20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. Next person. And then 10, 20. Next one. 10, 20. All right. So the zombie that you just attacked is not very happy with you. Okay.
Well, I mean that makes sense. I just hit
Yeah.
him.
You exactly. So he is going to target you, and he is going to go for a slam attack against you. He rolled a 21.
I'm dead. Not winning this.
I wasn't expecting that. All right. So then he does 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning damage, and he rolled a
7. No.
So damage exceeds hit points by 7. So yeah, so technically you would actually be dead or in the process of dying.
Oh.
But it's okay. All right. So we're going to ignore that. All right.
Okay.
So, but generally that's how combat is going to work.
Okay.
Okay. Which is absolute. I was not expecting to roll that high. That's actually really funny. Now, you can go ahead and exit out of the map and stuff like that.
Ooh.
That was actually really funny. And delete that. Combat tracker. I'll have to delete all of this later. Um. So, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any at the moment.
Okay. Um. I haven't posted any of the the lore stuff to the game itself, in the Discord yet. But generally, so if you look at, um, if you look at the section where it is the player section in the menu off to the right, where it has your character, you'll see player notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you, yeah, no, Dragon, I wasn't expecting that. So, um, okay, share records, share. Okay. You might need to probably resync, or you need to. I don't know if they popped open or not.
Oh no, my. Okay, I see. Clericals, companions of the sacred path,
Okay.
War of radiant.
Yeah, those were things that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. So this is just general lore and background stuff. It's not anything extensive. Generally, since you're a cleric, I've changed the names of the the clerics themselves. I think you're part of the Tempest one. I haven't changed that one yet. So that's going to be happening. But generally, that's how they'll be addressed in the campaign itself. So thinking of it this way. This is kind of like the Napoleonic era of Europe. All right. So there's magic and guns.
Magic and guns.
Yeah, magic and guns, but not the best of guns, right? We're not running around with full automatic MG42s and doing stuff like that. Which would make a cool
Just like
setting.
flint. And what? Just like flint locks or like muskets.
Right, exactly. So that's the best way for me to describe the setting. So imagine, like, I would say it's like early onset 1800s in Europe, and there's a singular, like, there's lots of different things that's happening, but y'all are going to be in a particular region, and which is called the Ibaran Peninsula. They're going through some heavy stuff right now that's kind of like altering their empire, and
Oh man.
you're part of the gendarmes. Never bring a gun. Never bring a gun to a magic staff, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how who's better here.
A man wielding a musket or a man that has magic.
We'll have to see. Because there's only so many magic missiles you can fire, that and do so much damage. But so for instance, like I've been working on different things. The next thing I got to do is I got to fill in stuff about the religion stuff. Was kind of hard to do, but the next stuff is going to be like the social stuff and what's going on. Generally, like, as long as you're a magic user and you're part of the faith that is within the country, you're an okay person.
Yeah.
It seems like you've been touched by a miracle of the divine, and so therefore that's why you have magic. Anybody else outside of that, they're looked at with suspicion and generally not generally welcomed in most polite society. So it's just one of those things. While magic does exist, it's taken on more of a divine aspect compared to, like, especially since we're moving into the modern age, in some fashion. So it's taken on more of a divine aspect and not so much as a natural. So anyone who wields magic naturally, like a sorcerer, a warlock. Well, warlocks they don't wield magic naturally. They actually have to sell their soul or a portion of themselves to gain magic abilities. Or wizards who study the dark arts from ancient times generally those people are kind of like turned around and like, yeah, you're weird. We don't want to associate with people like you. You
We
know.
do not like you.
Exactly. So, um, so and I'll be posting this stuff in terms of like there's a website that I normally use. I haven't used it in a while. I'll probably have to I have to redo it, but I'll post it in the link in Discord. But generally that's it, man. So like I said, if you have any questions or anything like that about your character sheet or how the game plays or the mechanics.
Okay.
Okay. All right. If you think of
Will do.
anything, just let me know. You know.
Okay.
I won't. I'm not gonna throw like a horde of zombies at you guys like I did to you, but that was actually really funny. But other than that, you know,
Yeah.
that's it, man. I appreciate you showing up.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of Fantasy Grounds. They'll probably kick you out. So, but I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you.
See ya when I see you too.
All right, man. All right, guys. So it's 11:13. It's 11:13. Man, where does time fly? So I am actually looking forward to this. I was kind of concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of concerned with the setting. That some people might be put off by it. But you know, it is, you know, and I would have to change some things, but that's pretty good. But I just want to say thank you guys and I'm terribly sorry. Again, I am terribly sorry for ignoring the chat. I can't believe I did that. I'm gonna have to either I'm just gonna give up streaming on Twitch. I mean, I get like maybe 1 or 2 people that show up on Twitch on occasion, and everybody, and you know, I usually get all my traffic from YouTube, which is fine, and I'm okay with that. But I know the 1 or 2 people that usually watch me on Twitch, it's kind of like at random times, and they usually don't stay for too long. So I might just focus on YouTube like I have been. Thank you, Dragon. I do appreciate you making me feel better. And but yes, so I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to getting everything started. We probably won't have the full group because Pastor is not going to be able to join us until probably around December because it is exam season for people. You know, there'll be those moments, and it'll probably be like maybe once. We'll probably meet once or twice a month, depending on the players. If the players want to meet more than once or twice, that's fine, and it'll probably be on like Fridays or Saturdays or something. I'll probably end up streaming it when everybody's on. But anyways, I will see you in the next one, guys. All right, take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you Wednesday. Wednesday, I don't know what we're gonna do Wednesday. We were playing City Skylines. I wanted to maybe even try Workers Resources Soviet Republic. Showcase that one and see how you guys like that one. If you guys like that one, we'll try it out. And then maybe Transport Fever 2 because I've been getting the itch to play Transport Fever 2. Which is a game I thoroughly enjoy. But anyways, I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves and each other. Good night. God bless. All that good stuff. Bye-bye.